We made a 14-hour trek from Lincoln yesterday. It was a very long drive. The decision to return to Idaho was a no-brainer. After the awesome hunt we had last year, we headed straight back to our trusty unit. We set up camp last year and I got it done. See our mark. Got cooking. Macaroni. Started us off strong. All right, it's 5 p.m. We think deer are gonna start to get on their feet and move. We just got back from water not too long ago, but Thomas and I are gonna split up this evening, try to double our chances of spotting up a buck for tomorrow, opening day. So I'm gonna stay close to camp and Tom's gonna go maybe 15 minutes north and look through a few different other valleys. So hopefully we can spot something up tonight. That'd be a big boost. Peace out. See ya. Time to go. All right, well, it's been a long evening of glassing. I've been at it for about 2 hours now. And I spotted first deer, little buck. Basically the same spot where we went after him last year, which is a good thing because we kind of know how they work over there. Just one deer so far, just a little 2x2 small buck. I have a hard time believing he's alone, but he's been out there for about 20 to 30 minutes and he's the only one that's shown. So I'm hoping that some bigger deer get up and follow behind him in the next hour. We've got about 45 minutes to an hour of glassing light left, so I'm gonna keep watching them. And man, I'd love to find a shooter tonight. It'd be awesome. I mean, season opens up tomorrow, so if we could find a decent deer to point our efforts at tomorrow, that'd be a big win for us. Took a little bit of time, but I finally spotted the first deer of the trip. Just 3 does, kind of in between where Nate and I are glassing. So that's great news getting started on before the season starts. So just hoping to see some bucks, but we got an awesome rainbow, double rainbow right in front of me as this little bit of rain comes through. So Makes me really excited for the next couple days. I think we spotted a shooter. Thomas saw just a white butt way across, probably about a mile and a half. And sure enough, we got on there and we think he's a good deer. The light was fading pretty fast, but we know for sure he's outside his ears. And I saw his right side pretty clearly once with the spotter, and it looked really good. So I can still see him barely on this phone scope, and he looks good. He's moving north, but hopefully we can find him in the morning. Mission accomplished tonight, I guess. Deer season is here. It's awesome. It is August 30th. We are in Idaho and spotting up the buck that we saw last night. We watched it till basically it got too dark to see it anymore. So basically we're just trying to put glass on that same area, see if we can relocate him. When he was not bedded when the sun was going down. He was moving, and I'm sure he moved around all night. So we're looking in that general area. Be awesome if we could relocate him and put on a stock in the first day of the season. So it's here. All right, well, it didn't take long. We were maybe glassing for 20 minutes, and we spotted up a really nice buck, probably the one from last night. Looks like a really nice frame 8-point. He's right on the edge of some trees right now, so we're hanging out until he beds down. We're hoping he comes out on the flats and beds down and does not go into the trees, because that would make our lives harder. He's a really good deer though. Awesome sight for opening day. We're gonna just continue to keep tabs on him. Alright guys, it's just after 5 p.m. We just sat down, had a little break, ate some Mountain House. We're gonna head down and around, try to get eyes on this buck. We've got about an hour until he showed up yesterday. So the only thing is the wind is pretty sketchy. We're gonna be on the edge with it, so we're either gonna get down there, be like, okay, wind's good, go set up, or we're gonna be like, wind's bad, we need to head back and try to glass from camp. Let's go.
After glassing all morning and watching the deer head out of our valley, we made the very difficult decision to go back into town and find another unit nearby.
Oh, leaving. It's weird. It kind of feels right, kind of doesn't, but we'll see what happens. Probably looked like you with all that dust on there. This trip just keeps taking different turns. We just got camp set up, and we have a nice local couple and their daughter come rolling through here. And we had a really good conversation. Deer numbers are way down. Rattlesnakes are way up. Like they said a lot of people aren't hunting here just because of rattlesnake numbers. And you gotta be kidding me. Another vehicle? Wow. Another vehicle. Oh, that sounds like a four-wheeler. Keep going. Just a nice friendly wave. We're packing up. Here comes another car. Some guys looking at me with the video camera. Don't be pointing on our ground. This is our public land. Oh, do not stop there. We just got camp set up, now we're peacing out again. Man, we can't catch a break. Not sure what else can happen today, but flat tire on our way out. Oh man, all thanks to this guy. Oh, what a doozy. Do you think we're ever gonna get a deer hunt? I'm not sure.
We continued to scout and jump unit to unit, hoping to catch a break, but that break never came. After talking to numerous locals, we had the overwhelming feeling that the mule deer population was suffering in some units.
There's a rub. No deer spotted. The search continues for some mule deer.
We decided to go back to the one unit we had seen deer and where this whole journey started.
This morning we woke up at 9,500 feet in a completely different unit. Didn't like what we saw, and so we huffed it down, got our tire fixed, and huffed it in here to where we were last week, about a week ago. We left this place thinking we'd find more deer, but we did the exact opposite. We have been on a whirlwind of not seeing any deer, putting a lot of work in, a lot of miles on the truck, just going unit to unit trying to find deer. And so we're back. All we need is something positive, and that'd be a successful day for me. So we're gonna be glassing in about an hour. It'll get pretty good, and hoping to spot something up. Spotted a really nice buck up a ways, but I think I have time I've got at least an hour and a half of light to shoot, so I'm going to try to get over there in an hour and get something done. He's a good deer, so Tom's going to stay here, keep glass on him. He can also film from this far, and then I'm going to go up and try to stalk him. Alright, Nate's hoofing it. He's already down on top. Well, no, he's into the second drainage already, heading up the hill that the buck's on, and it's been 10 minutes maybe, so he's really hauling. He's going to get there in time for sure. From what I can tell, this buck hasn't moved. He might have bedded down right in that perfect spot, so hopefully Nate can find the right wind and get right on him. We're using our twin telepathy right now, doing some sign reading. We figured since it's the evening and the light's fading and the buck could be on his feet a little more, it'd be smart for me to stay here and I can still film him as he's doing it. So, man, I'm praying that he can get it done. Come on, Nate. Close in the distance. Maybe you can use that tree.
As Nate was closing in on the bucks, he only saw one the entire time. He put the tree in between himself and that deer, but the second one that Nate never saw spotted him, and the stalk was over.
Alright, so last evening we saw those two bucks. One probably 1 year old, just really young buck, and then probably about a 3-year-old, 3x4 or something like that. But made a stalk on him last night and got to about 100 yards of him, but only saw one of the deer. They busted a little bit, and they were still feeding on the hillside after I was done stalking them last night, so we thought they'd show this morning. They have not shown. We've been glassing for about 3 hours. Haven't seen any deer. It's kind of been how the trip's going. Lots of glass, no deer. But we have been thinking about heading down to our Colorado hunt. We've been doing this for a week, and we just haven't had very much success at all. So we really want to prioritize this elk hunt because that's putting meat on the table, and we didn't get it done last year, so we want to have a lot of days to do that. So we're probably going to pack up camp and start our trip down to Colorado. Give us an extra day or two down there. This has been tough, so it's hard to leave. Definitely not the way we wanted it to go, but I'm sure we'll be back and have more success here in the future. We're all packed up, heading to the truck. I don't know. It's tough leaving, but I think it's the best choice to make. We're gonna get back there, have positive attitudes about it, and go have some fun chasing the elk. So Idaho was tough this year, but we'll be back.